Everyone, and welcome to today's class. We're going to get started sitting on our mat cross-legged. If maybe having your ankles under your legs is uncomfortable, you could always release that and move the feet on either side of the legs, whichever is best for you. We're just going to close the eyes. Take a couple of deep breaths. Relax the body. Get any last wiggle or jiggles out. Begin to feel the muscles just float, relax. Perhaps start with the top of the head, the brow, and just feel it all get lighter. Let gravity do its job, pulling you down, grounding you. Make your breathing longer, deeper inhales and exhales. Beautiful. Bringing the right hand up overhead and then keep on reaching over to your left. So we're opening up this right side. And keep your eyes closed if you would like during the practice. Or if you would like to open them here, you may. Just begin to flutter them. You can always drop your left hand down to the mat for extra support, pulling you closer to the ground. And then switching sides, bring the right hand down to the earth and the left hand up overhead. Reach nice and tall, opening the left side now. And coming back to center. Right side again, but this time we're going to bring our right hand to the outside of our left knee. Reach our left hand back and begin a spinal twist. Bring your gaze to the left as well, but you're not cranking your neck. You're not trying to look behind you. Just twist it. Deep breath in and out. And coming back to center, we're going to rotate over to the other side. So this time our left hand comes around to the right knee. Lengthen through the spine as you inhale. Exhale, twist a little deeper. And come back to center. We're going to raise the arms up overhead, keeping them apart. Relax the shoulders, but stretch the fingers up towards the sky. So we've done some twisting, and now we're stretching the body. On your next exhale, bring your hands to heart center. And again, arms up overhead, reaching, and then hands to heart center. And one more time, hands up overhead, stretch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. We're going to cradle the right leg now. So we're going to bring the right knee into the right elbow, and we're going to lift the right foot into the left elbow. So we're cradling our leg. You sit up nice and tall and then bring it into the chest. If you can't bring it into the chest, that's okay. Just hug what you can, but don't, okay? We want to bring it in nice and tall. Even if you hold it there, that's okay. All right, and just bring it in. Nice and tall. And exhale and inhales, nice and long. Releasing the right leg, we're going to switch to the other side. So bringing in the left elbow to the left knee and the left foot into the right elbow. Sit nice and tall. You might find that one side's a little easier than the other. And then releasing the left foot, sitting up nice and tall. Begin to reach the hands forward in front of you. Nice long back. We're not holding all the way down, we're just stopping halfway. So our arms are still extended. Our back is nice and straight. And then begin to walk the hands forward on your next exhale, bringing you down for that full fold in seated position. As you inhale, lengthen the spine. And then as you exhale, try to fold a little deeper, relax. I'm going to be here for a minute. Beautiful. And begin to walk your hands back. Begin bringing yourself to a seated position again. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out through the mouth. Wonderful. Turning on our mats so that we are lengthways. If you're not already, we're going to extend the right leg out and bring the left foot in. If you have a strap, you might want to use one here as we forward fold over the right leg. If you're using a strap, you're going to raise it up overhead. If you're not, your hands are coming up overhead. Sitting up nice and tall, deep breath in. Over the right leg, exhale, forward fold. And we're going to either touch that right foot or we're going to hook it with our strap. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. We're not hunching. Sit up nice and tall. As you inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold a little deeper. You guys are doing great. And releasing the strap or the foot, slowly walk your hands back up. And we're going to switch sides. So this time with our left foot extended and our right foot On our inner thigh, sitting up nice and tall. Relax the shoulders. Deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold over that left side. Now be mindful of your knee. If you're straining too much, you might be locking. Nice, soft bend. Inhale, lengthen. Forward fold. Last inhale. And releasing the foot or the strap, begin to walk your hands back up to seated. Beautiful. Moving your strap to the side. We're going to come to all fours and do a few rounds of cat and cow pose here. Okay? So on our inhale, arching back, looking up and around the spine as you come into cat. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, round the spine. 2 more times, coming to cow, cat. 1 more time. Beautiful. Come back to tabletop, all fours. Tuck the toes underneath and lift up the tailbone for downward dog. And begin to walk your feet forward, forward fold, top of mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And reverse swan dive all the way up to the top. Hands to heart. Mountain pose. Bring your hands down to the sides. Take a few deep breaths here, extending the fingers. Ground down to the mat. Reaching the arms up overhead. You can leave them here where they're still separated, or if you'd like to bring them in together, you may. Perhaps you'd like to take a mudra here. And we're going to reach over to the left side, opening that right. Like I said, if you'd like to have your arms open here instead, you could always do that. Coming back to center, deep breath in. Exhale to the other side now, stretching that left side. Beautiful. Coming back to center, bending at the knees, sitting down into chair pose. Holding here. And back up, far-reaching mountain pose. Hands to heart center. Arms up. Hands to heart center. Chair pose. So sitting down into our chair, arms raised up. Now if our arms raised up is too much, you could have them in front of you, just like we do with ragdoll. You can have them reached out in front of you too. And back up, far reaching mountain pose. Hands to heart. Bringing our hands down to mountain pose here. Close the eyes for a moment. And we're going to step to the top of our mat. Arms up overhead. Swan dive down. Forward fold. Really exhale all the way out for your forward fold. Halfway lift. Nice flat back. Inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale a little bit. Lengthening the spine. Exhale, forward a bit more. If you would like to here, we could take ragdoll. And again, bring in your hands to your elbows. Just let the head relax. Or if your hands graze the mat, you could let them do that. Swing side to side. And then planting the hands on the mat, step back for downward dog. Bend your knees if you need to here. Widen your stance or bring your stance in perhaps. It's okay to adjust. And since this is really our first downward dog that we're going to be staying in for this practice, begin to pedal the feet. Walk the dog. Nice and slow. We're not racing anywhere. You guys are doing great. Keep going. And then looking between the hands, we're going to walk our way back to the top of the mat for our forward fold. Exhaling here. Halfway lift. Nice flat back. Forward fold again. Exhale all the way out. Let the hands drag on the mat. Bring your hands to elbows, opposite elbows. Swinging side to side. Beautiful. Drop the hands, halfway lift, flat back. And reverse swan dive all the way up. Reaching up. Deep breath in. Exhale, little back bend. Inhale back up. Swan dive all the way down, forward fold. Deep breath in. Fold a little deeper. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, up. Swan dive all the way down. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Last time. Swan dive all the way up. Inhale. And exhale, back bend. Back to far reaching mountain pose. Inhale here. Hands to heart. Stepping your feet so that we are now length on the mat again. Nice and wide. Point your toes to the top corners of your mat. Ooh. Keep your balance still. Bending down at the knees. Deep breath in and out. Going straight back up, straightening the knees. Beautiful. Hands on your hips. Take a wider stance if you need to. Keeping those toes pointed. And begin to forward fold. Deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Drop the hands on the floor if you would like to. You can keep them in front of you. Nice flat back. And send the head. Or you can reach your hands behind you into a deeper fold. Choice is yours. Make sure you have a nice wide stance. If touching the floor is too much for you, you can always grab a block or two and place them underneath you to rest your hands on. And you guys are doing great. Keep going. All right. If you use any props, we're moving them back to the side. Heel toe your way back into center. In a forward fold. Bringing the tailbone down to the ankles. We're going to come down on all fours. We'll do a few more cat and cow. The spine really loves the cat and cow. So inhale and exhale. Inhale. Begin to follow the sound of your own breath. If you'd like, you could even round the spine, shifting the tailbone down to the ankles, and then come back up into cow, and then go back down into cow. Sorry, cat. And back up into cow. These circular motions with the body. Coming back to your tabletop on your next inhale. We're going to bend the right knee, bringing it forward, placing the foot between the hands. Okay. Send your left knee back a little bit for a lunge. Now, if you're cramping up, if you've not got any space between the leg and the stomach, grab a block and create some space and lean forward to that right leg. On your next exhale, we're going to switch sides. Bringing the right foot back and bringing the left knee forward. And then stretch into that left side. Nice tall spine. Send your gaze forward. Beautiful. And then coming back to our tabletop, removing any props you may have just used. Spinal stability. We're going to send that left foot back, foot's touching the mat, our right hand forward. You can stay here or you can lift that back foot parallel with your arm. Don't send it way up, just bring it up. Exhale, release. And we're going to do the same on the other side. So our right foot can stay on the mat. We can send the left hand forward. And then when you're ready, you can lift that right foot up. And release on your next exhale. Beautiful. Stepping both feet back, we're going to come into our plank. Plank is too much, you can drop the knees. Deep breath in and out. We're going to move into our side plank. Rotating over the right foot. Extend the left arm up to the sky. If this is too much, you can drop onto the right knee and extend the left leg out. Okay? Going back down into tabletop, we're going to rotate over to the other side. On our tabletop, come into our plank, take a deep breath in, rotate to the left, opening up the right. Again, if this is too much, just drop the left foot underneath your hip bone, extend the right. And then drop the arm, coming back into tabletop. Few rounds of cat and cow. Inhale and exhale. All in your own time, your own breath. Beautiful. And then send the tailbone down for child's pose. And here, you can always open the legs wider and then send down the tailbone towards the ankle. Rest the head on the mat. Now walking the hands back up a little bit. We're not going to completely come out of child's pose here. You can stay where you are. We're going to thread the needle. Or if you would like to, you can come back into your tabletop position and thread the needle with me there. I'm going to come to tabletop, but we're going to lift the right hand up, opening, and then bring that right hand through and underneath our left shoulder. We're going to drop the right shoulder all the way to the mat. And bring the right hand up over your head. Just let it stretch, both arms stretch and reach. If you'd like to go a little deeper here, you could always lift the left arm up. And then switching sides. Bring ourselves back to that tabletop position or staying in your wide-legged child's if you'd like to. This time we're going to open up on the left and then thread on through underneath the right shoulder. Choose if you would like to raise your right hand up towards the sky or plant it overhead. Actively stretching the arms. We're not just chilling out here. We're still activating the muscles, stretching the body. Last breath in and down. Beautiful. Coming back to your tabletop position. Or if you're in your child's pose still, coming back to tabletop now. One last cat-cow. And sending the tailbone down to the ankles as we come into our seated position. We're going to come cross-legged on the mat again. However you work, beginning of class, just meet me here. Arms up, overhead, nice deep stretch. And we're actually going to reach the left hand to the back. I'm going to turn for you guys. But we're going to do a little stretch here. So as we're like this, we're going to reach the left hand behind the back, coming up to the top, okay? And we're going to reach the right hand down to meet that left hand. They don't have to touch, that's okay. If you want to, again, you can use your strap to help extend this practice. So we can reach this left hand up, this right hand down, and now our left hand is going to hold on to the strap. Okay. And we're going to come in nice and deep. And hold here. And then switching sides. So releasing the strap, that's what you're using, or perhaps you released your hand. Reaching back up to the top. Nice deep stretch. This time, give the left hand the strap. Reach that right hand round to the back. And the left hand comes down so that right hand can reach the strap. And then slowly but surely, as you deepen into the practice, you're going to pull on the strap. Your hands are going to start climbing up to meet each other. And then slowly releasing. Any props you may have used, put them aside. Turn around so I can face you guys again. Beautiful. Just jiggle out the arms. It's a lot of stretching. Just jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Get it all out. All right. Opening both legs. You're going to come forward, sitting up nice and tall. Exhale, forward, fold. Not important how far you get, just that you're starting. Nice soft bend in the knees. And then slowly coming back forward, back up. Bring the legs in. We're going to do a couple rounds of seated cat and cow. So sitting up nice and tall. Deep breath in and out. We're going to arc, round the spine, bring in the chin, belly button to spine. Breathe in. Little arch to the back, reaching. And exhale, round the spine, belly button to spine. Do a couple rounds on your own. Focus on your breathing here, making it longer and deeper. This isn't a race. We're not pumping the belly. And then coming back to center. Beautiful. I'd like you guys to come onto your bellies. We're just going straight on to our bellies. First of all, let's just relax the head on the mat. And bringing our head back to center here. We're just going to come up. Little baby cobra. A little mini cobra here. And we don't want to be pushing too much. So we're not going for some funky upward dog. And also, with a cobra, if I could let go, I would stay. I don't collapse. And then slowly releasing, coming back down to the mat. Beautiful. Reach the hands up. Out in front of you. Stretching at the hands, stretching down the feet. Really pulling across. Could even actually be stretching, like pulling on the floor as if you're trying to pull yourself. Really stretch out. And let the head relax on the mat. Notice any tension you might be feeling in the lower back. Just let it relax. Melt away. If you have your head facing one side, now's the time to switch it over, bring balance to the body. Coming back to center, you're going to bring your arms so that they're parallel underneath your shoulders, tucking in the elbows. Okay, so your thumbs are going to be in line with your nipples here. Tucking the toes underneath. If you need to use your knees to come up, please do so. And we're going to come up into a plank. I know, I just had you nice and relaxed and calm into our plank. Just deep breaths in. And then dropping the knees. Send the tailbone back for child's pose. Again, opening at the knees if you need to create that extra space for child's pose. And then bring down the tailbone. We're going to stay here. Really begin to slow down the body. We're keeping everything active and awake. And reaching forward on the mat, just sliding down onto your belly. We're going to roll over onto our spine. Bending at the knees. Bring the heels in towards the tailbone. Extending the arms down. Reaching the fingertips towards the heels. And then bring up the tailbone towards the sky for bridge. Begin to rotate those shoulder blades. Shuffle them underneath. And rolling the spine back down. Bring the tailbone back down to the earth. Beautiful. Hug in the knees. Nice and close. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Hug them nice and close. Begin rocking side to side. Little in that back and that spine. A little love. Beautiful. Coming back to center. Dropping your feet. Extending the legs. Resting the hands down on the ground. We're going to come into our final resting pose today for Shavasana. And here, you're just going to let everything melt. Relax. Give thanks to your body for all the hard work. Love and gratitude to yourself for showing up on the mat today. I'm just going to stay here in silence. And nothing else but relaxed, maybe feeling how proud you are, the work you put in today. Feel your self-love, self-worth. And if you'd like to join me for closing the class, you may do so, or if you would like to just stay in Shavasana, you can stay there for as long as you need. If you join me, I ask that you roll over to one side, bending the knees, cradling the head, just as if you were in your own bed. Deep breath here. And very slowly begin to push yourself up, coming back into our seated position. And sitting up nice and tall. Eyes are still closed. We'll close the class with the universal sound of Om. Bring our hands to heart center. And take a deep breath in. It's a pleasure being in this class with you guys. Namaste.